You've sat through investment pitches, scrolling past endless promises of green returns and social good, but deep inside, there's that knot in your stomach. Is this, impact investing, just another shiny thing people hype up before it all crashes down? Another passing trend? A bubble waiting to burst? Or worse, something that's more dangerous than you realize, a bomb ready to blow up your hard-earned dreams and ideals? It's not just a question. It's a gut punch that haunts anyone who wants to shift the world while making money. Because the truth is, nobody trusts the system anymore. The old rules are broken, crushed under the weight of boredom and deceit. You know it too well, systems screaming freedom but locking you in golden cages. You want to break free, to invest in something that changes lives, not just line pockets or tick boxes. But how can you tell if impact investing is the real deal or just another bubble, swelling with hype and empty promises? This is the very fight that keeps you up at night. The pain is sharp. You've seen it happen before. A shiny new idea explodes, the crowds rush in, cash flows like a flood, and then suddenly it all pops. Impact funds vanish. Greenwash companies get exposed. The good investments were just smoke and mirrors. Meanwhile, you're left holding the bag, feeling like you backed a dream that betrayed you. You want to believe in impact investing because the world needs it. But believing when your hope keeps getting crushed burns deeper than any loss. It's a trap you don't want to fall into, but the fear is real. What if all this talk about impact is just hot air? What if chasing these ideals blinds you to the reality that profit will always win, that the system rewards obedience, not courage? That society only respects those who play it safe, who follow the crowd. It's like the world wants you to settle for less, to box yourself in, to stop dreaming bigger. But here's the raw truth. The world isn't broken because people lack ambition. It's broken because it rewards the ordinary and punishes the exceptional. The systems controlling money and power are designed to keep you small, to keep you obeying rules that never make sense. When you invest in impact, you're not just putting money into a fund. You're saying no to these cages. You're saying yes to those who refuse to live borrowed lives, to those willing to burn bright rather than fade quietly. Impact investing can be a weapon, but only if you understand how to wield it, and if you refuse to be blinded by promises dressed in fancy words. So how do you avoid being the next victim? How do you make impact investing not a bubble to burst or a bomb to explode in your face, but a real, lasting force for good and growth? Here's what you need to hear, and it might sting a bit. It's not enough to just throw money at impact. You have to become ruthless about what impact means to you. Stop believing in vague declarations and start demanding deep proof. Real impact investing means shattering illusions and refusing to settle for surface-level change. It's about cutting through the noise and digging into what actually moves the needle on people's lives and the planet. The first secret is brutal honesty, no sugarcoating. Every investment must pass the test of transformation. Is this genuinely shifting power toward people and communities, or is it just a shiny product made to look good on paper? You have to learn to read between the lines. What's the real story behind the company's numbers and their promises? Don't settle for pretty charts or glossy reports. Ask the hard questions. How many lives has this company changed? How deeply? How permanently? This requires you to be critical like a detective. No blind trust, no warm feelings. This is not charity. It's a calculated fight for change. Second, be selective like a sniper, not a scattergun. Impact investing is not for those who want a piece of everything. It's not about grabbing shares in the latest socially responsible fund just because it's trendy. True impact investors choose where to put their fire. You align with the few, those who burn with the same heat you have, because change moves fast when a small band refuses to compromise. Diversify? Yes. But diversify where? Where do your values, your vision, and your drive meet real stakes on the ground? It's about priority, passion, and precision. Third, Patience is your secret weapon. Real impact comes from long games, not quick wins. This is where most people stumble. They want change overnight, they want returns yesterday. But transformation, whether in communities, companies, or ecosystems, works on its own time. It's a slow burn, a fierce marathon. You have to be ready to hold, to nurture, to challenge your own impatience. Because the real power of impact investing lies in letting growth happen deep and slow, in supporting those who are done waiting and refuse to be forced into a mold. Now, here's where your hope turns electric. Impact investing is not destined to be a bubble or a bomb. It can be the spark that lights up the darkness. But only if you see beyond the hype and the safe stories. You have to plunge into the messy, imperfect reality of change. You have to embrace the dangerous beauty of challenging the system that traps us. This is more than money. It's a form of rebellion, a way to fight back against a world that offers comfort while killing your fire. When you invest in impact with this mindset, you're not simply a passive player. You're a warrior of a new economy, a creator of futures where freedom is real because it is earned and seized. Imagine what happens when the money flows to those who don't ask permission, who refuse to settle, who use every dollar to crack open cages and build new paths. Imagine how it feels not to be trapped, but unleashed. Your investments fueling ventures that refuse the status quo, that build bridges across difference and borders, that refuse to measure success by profits alone, but by lives touched, freedoms earned, futures won. This is not fantasy, this is real, but it demands courage beyond comfort. It demands rejecting the siren calls of easy profits and catchy buzzwords. It demands standing firm, knowing that true liberation is not given lightly, it is seized relentlessly. So if there's that quiet fire inside, that unbearable tension reminding you that you were not made for ordinary, that you refuse to live a borrowed life or be another number processed by the system, then keep watching. Because every second you invest in understanding impact investing deeply, every second you sharpen your skepticism and refine your commitments, you are stepping into the margins where true power moves. This is where progress breathes, not from the safe center, but from those few who reject comfort, those rare souls who dare to become more. This is your call not just to invest, but to transform yourself and the world. To be sovereign of your choices, ruthless in your critical eye, patient in your resolve, and selective in your alliances. The moment to quit doubting has passed. Now is the time to claim your role in a movement unlike any other, a movement of individuals, not institutions, who build futures by unleashing freedom and defying the rules set to keep us small. So listen closely. Impact investing is not a bubble. It's not a trap, and it's not a bomb waiting to explode, unless you treat it like one. The choice is yours. Will you let fear and doubt hold you back, or will you seize the power of your investments to rewrite the story? Your mission is clear. The map is hidden in plain sight. It's time to rise above conformity, break the illusion of easy freedom, and start crafting change that lasts, not just in your wallet, but in every life touched by your courage. This is the moment where impact investing becomes the revolution, the transformation, the life you were born to live. Don't blink, don't pause, because if you do, you might just miss the spark that lights the future on fire, and that would be the greatest loss of all.